Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite WNBA games that I watched this last season. So obviously starting with Paige Bueckers' 44-piece against the LA Sparks, she had 44 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 81% from the floor, okay? She shot 21 shots and made 17 of them, only missing 4 shots in the entire game. You also got to talk about her defense in the post against players like Azurá Stevens, okay? She had them and held that game, but this was just something that was really special to watch in real time. Just the way that Paige took over the game. I believe that she had a perfect third quarter as well. And the first player and the only player to have a 40-piece this year on extreme efficiency at that. She just broke so many records, okay? Even Kelsey Plum was mad in the press conference how much they were cheering for Paige. But yeah, this was a staple performance for Paige. You know, one of the best guard performances in the history of the W. I think only like 3 players maybe have scored more points than Paige or something like that, or maybe 3 guards. But it was insane. It was insane. This was the Paige Bueckers game, and we were all along for the treat, you know? And I said that wrong, but she just scored in a variety of ways, okay? You had that 3 transition moment that she had. You had her posting up on Kelsey Plum, and, you know, being a point guard and having post moves is absolutely insane. I think she did the same to Julia Lamont in this game as well. She scored on everybody. She scored the threes. She scored the middies. She drove to the basket. I think she had some fadeaways. Like, Paige just did everything offensively. Like I said, her defense was really underrated this game. So, you know, this here is solely because of Paige Bueckers, okay? Heartbreaking that we lost the game in the fashion that we did. Like I said, I still to this day maintain that Paige made the right play at the end, okay? I still maintain those things. Heartbreaking that nobody could really step up to help Paige in a meaningful way. So I wish they would have won this game for Paige. But you can't deny this being one of the best guard performances ever, okay? So, you know, this is my favorite for that reason. Like, you just had to see it in real time. You really did. It was special for Paige. In 36 minutes and 44 points, like, that was insane. Next up, I got to talk about the LA Sparks and the New York Liberty game, okay? This was July 26, 2025. And what a game this was, okay? This is the one where Rakia had that game winner and she just threw it up and it went in. What a moment. What a moment. Also, really quickly, here was the box score for this game, just so you can kind of see how close it was, okay? In the beginning of the game, the LA Sparks really had their way with the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty were not playing defense that first half, and they were getting cooked. They were getting cooked. The second half, they showed up, and they really showed up. This was such a close game. This was such a close game. But yeah, I mean, Rakia put on a show. You also had some great contributions from Natasha Cloud, from Sabrina Ionescu. It's just one of those games where you look back and it was just, there was so many good plays. And it's like, I had to see that again. I think there was a shot Sabrina had in the fourth quarter and like they just kept going. It was really bucket for bucket at the end, okay? Ultimately, the New York Liberty not playing defense in the beginning really cost them this game, if you really look at it and stuff. But man, both teams put on a show. This is something that if you've never seen it, you should go watch on our replay. If you've already seen it, you should watch it again. I need to watch this again because we're in the off season. But this was a special game. This was a special game. So I knew it had to be top 3. I knew it had to be top 3. What they were giving me, a pure offensive show. A pure offensive show. Okay, so I have to appreciate that. Next game that I want to talk about, fittingly enough, is another game against the Sparks, Chicago Sky. Okay, when Angel Reese went off. She had 24 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 block. Okay, 52% from the field. She was awesome. And I feel like that fourth quarter, she also locked in, especially in that fourth quarter. Like, she was just so good that fourth quarter, okay? Like, you had to see that. You had to see that. But she was scoring on Hamby, bro. Hamby could not guard her in this game, okay? She was hitting the reverse. She was getting her teammates involved with some nice dimes and stuff. Like, Angel Reese, this was the Angel Reese game for me, okay? It was the Angel Reese show. Everyone else was involved for the ride, okay? So this had to be there. And this was the same game, okay, that she had, you know, the Tims and everything. And this was Candace Parker jersey retirement, okay? And so, yeah, Candace Parker won a yap about Angel Reese. But, you know, she did what she needed to do this game. She did what she needed to do this game. Anytime people want engagement, all they got to do is use Angel Reese's name for clicks. You see what happens when you're a culture shifter. You see that? You see that? No, this was a great game for Angel. This was a great game for Angel. And this fit, no, like, she was locked in. She was locked in. Next game that I wanted to talk about, this was another Chicago Sky game. This was against the Minnesota Lynx, okay? Angel Reese, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Okay, Nafisa Collier was awesome this game. But like I said, one of my favorite matchups in the W was Angel Reese versus Nafisa Collier. This is something that is purely just about basketball. Every single time they play each other, it means more. On the court, they're going to be guarding each other the entire game, and this is what real rivalries are built on. Just basketball, no outside BS. When they off the court, it's all love. Whenever they on the court, they competing, okay? So the Angel Reese and Nafisa Collier matchup was something good, you know? I feel like Angel got some blocks on Fee this game or some steals this game. I feel like something similar Fee did for Angel as well. And I'll remember this play at the end of the game too, whenever she literally held Angel back from getting the rebound and Angel still got her hand on the ball. She said, come on. Like, bro, Angel Reese aura. Yeah. Nobody expected the Sky to win this game. Nobody expected the Sky to win this game, okay? But they did what needed to be done. And ultimately, they were able to beat the Minnesota Lynx. So to see her upset in this way, like, yeah, like, it was fun. It was fun to watch in real time as well. And then you also have the fact that, like, earlier in the season, Courtney was talking to Dejanay when she was still with Dallas, and she's like, oh, y'all ain't beat Chicago. And then Chicago used that afterwards. So I thought that was funny. As you know now, we don't care about Chicago Sky. Angel Wing will be a Dallas Ring Trust. Okay, she will be a Dallas Wing Trust, and believe that. But this was a fun game. This was a really entertaining game. So we love it. Next game that I wanted to talk about, this was another Chicago one. I didn't realize how many Chicago ones I had, but I had to talk about this one. So this was the one that they had against the Connecticut Sun. Angel Reese's triple-double, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. I still maintain to this day that they took away one of her assists. I still maintain that. But yeah, in the beginning of the game, Chicago started off slow, and like I said before, once Angel Reese got involved in playmaking specifically, the game just blew wide open for the Chicago Sky, okay? And just the kind of assists that she was able to make, and she was getting her bucket, like, she just did it all, okay? So yeah, this was just a staple game for Angel Reese in the season. I don't care. People want to hate field goal percentage, At the end of the day, they fouled her during the game, and she got the ball to go through the hoop, and that's what it's about. And yeah, she was a leader. Everyone want to keep saying Angel Reese point forward, don't worry, and yet she's the fastest forward in WNBA history to record a triple-double. Okay, y'all can say what y'all want, but this was an awesome game. Next game that I wanted to talk about, okay, so this was Minnesota Lynx versus the Atlanta Dream, June 27th, okay. So Nafisa Collier, 40 minutes, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 block. Okay, absolutely insane. Next game I wanted to talk about, Minnesota Lynx versus the Atlanta Dream, okay. Nafisa Collier, notably, 40 minutes, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, okay. And this is the box score for the game, but it was a really close game. This is something that went to overtime. I remember this was on Atlanta's, home court. And like I said, I think Atlanta's court is fun, but it was just a great game to watch. So I just wanted to shout this one out because I feel like nobody talks about this as one of the best games of the year. But both teams are going back and forth. Okay, they were trading buckets. They got some defensive stops on both sides. I don't know. It was just a good game. I feel like this is one that I saw on replay and stuff like that as well. Was this one where Fee came back, or I don't know. I just remember that this was a good one, so I wanted to shout it out. I had to talk about this game, but this was the Dallas Wings against the Phoenix Mercury, July 3rd, 2025. Okay, so this was the one where, like, Enrique was out, Dejanay was out. Okay, we had a lot of people out. This was the Rooks game. So Paige had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. JJ 17 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Zaza 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Okay, nobody expected us to win this game. Okay, Phoenix had everybody. I believe they had Kalia Copper, they had Alyssa Thomas, they had Satu. Okay, Phoenix was fully healthy. Okay, so going into this game, we're just like, oh my god, we're about to get blown out type situation, and we played well. Okay, we were up big at the half. Okay, refs were on BS the second half, but we still prevail. Okay. And this was just so much fun to watch. And yeah, Dallas Wings had a lot of issues last year, and thank God that's over. But for the most part, we had good offense. And that's what this game was. So, I had to appreciate this one. And this is the last one I want to mention, but Dallas Wings New York Liberty game, July 28th. Okay, Paige and Enrique both had 20 points. Enrique, 14 assists. Okay, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Paige, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Okay, so, it was a great game. I think we were 63-36 at the half. It was a lot of fun. went offensively, okay? This is the one where she scored on a touch of cloud and Paige was just on a heater on everybody, okay? So this was a good game. In the end, we almost choked it away. I'm thankful we didn't because that would have been really embarrassing. It was a terrible fourth quarter, so I kind of have PTSD from that. But that was a fun game. That was a fun game. So yeah, those are my favorite games this season. Okay, honorable mention to the Minnesota and New York game. I thought that was a good one. I may be forgetting some ones. I may be forgetting some ones that I really enjoyed, but these were at least at the top of my mind of stuff that I really enjoyed and stuff that I wanted to talk about. So let me know down below. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? What were your favorite games of the season? Let me know down below. I'm also going to do a video of the worst games this year as well, so stay tuned for that.